Hello, everyone, and it's nice to see you all. Today, I want to talk to you about the latest experiment that I have been making in my life. Uh, it actually just ended quite recently, only yesterday, and I thought maybe it'd be useful for everybody to see what I've gone through, and maybe you guys want to do something like that as well. So, what I actually did just recently was a full day water fast. And you can do it for a day, you can do it for multiple days. In my case, it was for 10 days, well, 9.5 actually. And it was very, very, very interesting. So you may ask what a water fast is. So for those of you who don't know, a water fast is not eating anything at all. So basically no calories for the full day. So you can drink water, you can drink maybe some unsweetened tea and some coffee and things like that, but you don't eat anything. So it's basically it's like almost you're starving. You're in survival mode. And during this time, your body reorganizes itself. There's a lot of benefits because your digestive tract takes a break. It strengthens your immune system. It also potentially starves out cancer cells. There's a lot of research when it comes to this, and if you guys want, you can do some research on it yourselves. But there's a lot of benefits. But for me, it was mostly personal, trying to reset my digestive system. So the way it was this for me, it was very, very sudden. I didn't really plan it at all. And I just decided this one morning that I want to do this. I heard it from a lot of friends, and for this, I want to officially thank my very good friend Patrick because he was very helpful during this time, and his blog, Pat JK, is also very useful, and he's done it as well. And so, without much ado, let's get started to the details of what this water fast was for me and how I did it. So I decided to do the water fast on the 2nd of May. So on a Saturday morning. Just like that, out of the 7 in the morning, I decided that, hey, this is sort of the right time for me to do it because I'm in the right conditions. It's not a lot of work that needs to be done. I don't have a lot of physical activity, so it's the perfect time. So in the morning, I decided to do that. I haven't actually had anything to eat since the evening before, so the fast officially actually began on Friday the 1st of May. It was last meal I had was at 8 p.m. and as far as I can remember, I had some fried eggs with some chips and some salad. And after that, I didn't have anything at all. And then in the morning on Saturday, I decided to start this whole adventure. I've been planning for doing it for quite a long time, and didn't really find the opportunity, but now was the right occasion for me to do this sort of stuff. So first day was Saturday. It was pretty good. When I didn't feel too much hunger. There were some slight initial things that that you feel that when you don't eat for a little bit, and but that was fine. Other than that, the day was okay. I didn't have any food at all. I think I might have had some coffee in the morning because I didn't feel particularly energetic at that point, and yeah, it was quite good. When I started the fast, I had, just so you can have a quick track, I had 74.5 kilograms, so that was my weight. and then at the end of the first day on Saturday, I think I had about 74. Yeah, I think it was about 74 kilograms. So without eating, I lost 500 grams. So other than that, nothing notable on the first day. It was a pretty good first day, and yeah, just no reasons for me to quit. Could easily had gone to the next one. Day 2. This was a bit harder than the first one. I started having some food cravings, started losing a little bit of energy. I was sort of slowly getting into the rhythm of things and how it was working without having to eat. I was thinking about food. I thought about food pretty much the entire time, you know, but it wasn't super bad. It was okay. I was slowly getting into the things. Like I said, loss of energy, but other than that, it was okay. The night before, I actually dreamt had a guilty dream. Dreamt about eating sugar and then feeling guilty about the fact that I was actually eating sugar. So yeah, that was very interesting. So at the end of this day, my weight went down to 73.5 kilograms. So at this point, I was 1 kilogram down from the initial weight, but still good and strongly going into it. Day 3. At this point, things were actually getting rough. Day 3 was quite bad. I started having some big food cravings. My energy loss was quite substantial at this point. You know, I wasn't feeling like doing anything. Wasn't dead, but almost there. My muscles actually started cramping up and aching. Some people suggest drinking water with a pinch of salt or in supplementing, because when you go to the bathroom, you eliminate that salt, and if you don't have enough, that's going to be bad. So I did actually take some salt, and I sort of supplemented my income with that. But other than that, no calories or anything else, just water. And I think I might have actually had some more tea or some coffee. But day 3 was actually quite bad. I didn't really feel like doing anything, and it was one of the worst days. At this point, when this day finished, I went down to 73.7 kilograms. So starting to actually go down in weight now. Still mentally strong. I was very positive about doing it, but physically it was really starting to take its toll. So yeah, very interesting. Day 4. This one was actually a bit better. I did get some of my energy back compared to day 3. And because of that, I actually felt like exercising, and did about half an hour, I think, of exercise. I even stayed in the sun for about an hour, so that was really good. Remember to stay in the sun, get as much sun exposure as possible to keep your metabolism up, and make sure that you get your endorphins to some level as well, because if you don't have any food, you're going to be missing some essential stuff from your body, and you need to compensate mentally quite a lot. This was a good day. It helps me quite a lot in keeping my mental state up, and in keeping me going through the whole process. And yeah, it was very, very useful through the whole process. At the end of this day, I actually went down to 71.5 kilograms. I previously said that in day 3, at the end it was 73.7, I think it was, but it wasn't. It was 72.7. Yeah, so I lost well over a kilo from day 3 to day 4. But I was starting to mentally get quite sharp and be very, very attentive at this point. Oh, and also forgot to mention that the end of day 4, I visited the Louvre for the first time since starting the fast. It wasn't pretty, I'll give you that. And yeah, I had some discomfort doing that. So it took me actually 4 days to be able to get rid of some of the food that I previously had in my system, which was weird. I don't know why my body reacts like that, but maybe it's because I have a slow metabolism. So yeah, that's what happened in day 4. Day 5. All good things come to an end, and the energy that I got back in day 4 tanked again. Day 5 was, like, in terms of energy, the worst. I felt like a complete zombie. I didn't have any energy at all. Mentally, I was down as well. It was really poor. So didn't feel like doing anything. I just sat on the couch all day. I think I slept like half of the day. Didn't do anything at all. Barely even had water. So yeah, this one was one of the worst days out of all of them. It was very hard. Again, in the evening, took another round of discussions with the bathroom. So it was very bad. At this point, I think I went down to I think it was like 70 kilos. Yeah, it was like 70.5 kilograms at this point. So I was down 4 kilos in 5 days. Very bad day. Very bad day, day 5. But I was determined to keep going. I wanted to do, well, a lot of people do like 5-day water fasts, 3-day water fast. I wanted to do 10. I was like very, very determined to do 10. So because of that, I was like super, super into it. And I said, no, I'm not going to quit. I'm going to keep going. I want to do this. I'm master of my own body to some extent. So yeah, that's day 5. Day 6, the food cravings were actually starting to get really bad at this point. I was thinking about restaurants, I was thinking about eating out, I was thinking about just anything with regards to food. It was just like, it was crazy, you know. It's just, I even started thinking about you know, all sorts of crazy food. It's crazy. Yeah, but again, because I had a bad day before, this one was a bit better. I got a bit of my energy back, you know, so that was really useful. I was actually getting some very strong mental energy at this point, because it was getting harder and harder for me to sleep at night because I was thinking about food, obviously, and didn't feel tired because I wasn't doing anything. So I was needing less and less sleep when it came to resting at night. The food cravings were there. The energy level sort of came back a little bit, but it was okay. It was okay. At the end of day 6, I think I had 69.9 kilograms. Yeah, so didn't lose that much weight, but I was still in it, you know, and I wanted to keep going. So day 6 was sort of one of the upper ones. Day 7. This was another good one. In day 7, had some energy. I did some exercise again, and I stayed in the sun. Had a lot of positive mental energy and a lot of energy. I didn't feel tired in terms of wanting to sleep or do anything like that. However, the food cravings, like I mentioned, was starting to get bad. For some reason, I was thinking very intensely about having Domino's pizza, especially the Catalan chorizo or something like that with garlic sauce. I had that one once. Oh my god, that was all I could think of. So it was really bad when it came to food cravings. I was very focused, and I could actually start doing some other things like reading some books and some things like that. So that was actually very useful. Um, and because of it, it was a pretty good day. It was a pretty good day. Um, Very surprisingly, I thought that my weight had stabilized, but didn't later on. But at this point, my weight was 69.7 kilograms, which was quite surprisingly. So because of that, it was a good day. Good day. Day 8. Almost getting there. Almost getting there to my goal. However, things were actually getting a bit uncomfortable and I'm not going to say dangerous, but deconstructive at this point. Um, Mentally, I was perfectly fine. It was all good. I was in it, but I started having some very serious stomach pains and hunger pains, and it was uh, it was intermittent throughout day 8. Um, Energy was okay, but because the pains were constant, they were a massive, massive downside. So it was getting harder and harder to maintain the momentum because I wasn't having any food, and now I was actually getting serious physical discomfort in the whole process, and obviously that never helps. So it's hard. It was hard. Day 8 was hard. At the end of this day, I actually finished with 69.4 kilograms. So further down at this point, I was 5 kilograms down from my original weight. I was hoping to keep going for another 2 days. So feeling into it, but it was getting hard. Day 9. The bane of my existence in the past couple of days and of this whole experience. Day 9 was very bad. So day 9 was the worst of the worst. I woke up again after not that much sleep, with some very, very massive, the worst hunger pains. My stomach was in constant pain. I was constantly craving food. My mental energy was almost sapped at this point. It was a very hard day. It was crazy. Didn't feel like doing it at all. I knew that I had another day, but at this point, the whole process of it all was getting very, very difficult, and I didn't really know exactly how much I could handle it anymore. Was constantly hungry, constantly in pain, no energy, mentally, physically. Again, didn't feel like doing anything. So day 9 was the worst. Finished the day with 69 kilograms. So I lost another half a kilogram in a day because it was so bad. It was crazy. It was really, really crazy. And I wasn't really sure how I could take it anymore. Which actually did end up happening because in the morning of the next day, of the 10th day, so after 9.5 days of water fasting, not having anything to eat at all, I decided to call it quits. So I decided that it's not worth it anymore. It has become destructive at this point because I went to sleep, I woke up, the pains didn't go away, the hunger didn't go away, I felt like complete shit, and because of that, I decided that I'm not gonna wait anymore. It's enough. I've proved to myself that I can do it, and it's time to get back to normal, and it's time to get back on track. Alright, so this brings us to the end of the water fast and the part of how I broke the water fast. So the morning of the 11th of May, at the great physical weight of 69 kilograms, I decided to break the fast, and I decided to do it with some fruit and smoothies. So I wrote this down because there's a lot of stuff, and obviously there's a lot of things that need to be remembered. I broke the fast with a fruit smoothie, and I had a banana, apple, a pear, some lemon, and some yogurt. Yeah, this was very, very tasty. It tasted like the best food of my life. After not eating for 9 days straight, it felt like, manna from the gods. It was really tasty, and it was amazing. And this was actually really, really good because I think just the fact of me putting that thing in my mouth, the food, immediately boosted, and the fact that I decided to end it immediately boosted my mental state. I sort of started getting energy out of nowhere, and without even eating, So the first half an hour when I decided to do this, and I was making the smoothie and all that stuff, it was very good. I started feeling really, really good about the whole process, and it was really nice. On the other side, like 1 hour later, I immediately visited the bathroom, because we're all good friends, and that was really interesting. So after that, I continued breaking the fast with a tomato and basil soup in the afternoon. That went in really nice. It was nice and savory, so that tasted super, super cool. And then I think I had after that I had had a salad, a homemade sort of. It's not own creation, but it's borrowed and adapted creation of thinly sliced, almost smoothied salad with avocado, some tomatoes, some peppers, and the personal touch was the egg. We can sometimes do that, put stuff. So I put an egg, I boiled it, mashed it, put it in there. It was really good, and changed the whole taste of it. And it was really, really good. And I loved it. So that was a really nice meal. Then in the evening, I had some more soup. I think I had chicken and sweet corn at this point. So that was really nice as well. By the end of the day, it felt like I got all of my energy back. I started feeling really good. My mental state was there. It felt really, really nice, So it was very good. So basically, this happened at the time of this recording yesterday, and today I feel absolutely amazing. I feel refreshed. I've got so much energy, both mentally and physically. I'm back on track. Everything's okay. In the bathroom perspective, everything went back really well. At the end of yesterday, I actually went back to 69.7 kilos. So in the matter of 24 hours, I got back 700 grams worth of personal weight. So that was very interesting. I don't know how that's going to go, but I'm feeling very positive. I'm really, really thankful to myself that I decided to do this. I think it's very useful to do this sort of thing, and I think the health benefits will be immense to myself in the future, in the next coming months. I hope I've reset and reboosted my digestive tract and my immune system. Hopefully I'm not going to get cold anymore. We'll see. There's a lot of really good stuff that hopefully this should bring. But I'm really happy I did it. It was hard. It was very hard, especially towards the end, like the last 2 days. But it's something that I'm proud of. And if you want some advice, if you have done it yourself, leave a like, leave some comments, put your own experience, how you did it. I hope this is useful for people. If you want any advice, don't hesitate to ask anything. I'm more than happy to help. And this was my experience of a 10-day water fast. I hope to be doing it again soon. And until then, I wish you all good luck, stay safe, and be well.